In just a week, our AHL team, the Coachella Valley Firebirds, have new jerseys and a new home. They are set to take the ice at Acrisure Arena on this December of 2022. So I sat down with General Manager of the Seattle Kraken, Ron Francis, to talk about how the Firebirds are going to contribute to their future success of the parent club, Seattle Kraken. I have the honor of being joined by the general manager for the Seattle Kraken, Ron Francis. Ron, thank you so much for being here, talking to me, and welcome to the desert.
Thank you, Brandy. Great to be here.
Now, I want to first talk about your guys' Kraken season. You're doing something that no other sports franchise team has ever done before, and that's starting an entire NHL franchise in the midst of a pandemic. So how has your experience been navigating through that?
I don't think anybody saw the pandemic coming. We tried to build a hockey team, which was challenging. Those leagues that were shut down weren't playing. But the guys have worked hard. I think they've done a good job. We've been dealing with some other issues, and maybe the lack of depth hurt us versus some other organizations this season. But we feel we've got a lot of good pieces in place, and now it's adding to those pieces. So a lot of things that kind of in play as we move forward. But, our goal is to continually get better each and every season. And when we get to the point we want to be able to stay there year after year and be competitive.
And speaking of moving forward, development of the franchise, once we have the Coachella Valley Firebirds here and established, right now they're in Charlotte. So that's kind of also impacted you guys a bit, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, I know it's certainly challenging. Florida has the franchise in Charlotte, North Carolina, so they allowed us to put 8 to 12 players in there and share with them. Going forward, we'll have our entire operations here in Coachella Valley. So exciting for our guys to be here. These are the guys that, on one hand, we're going to have experienced guys that we can call up if we have injuries and need somebody into our lineup. We're also going to have our young prospects here, the guys that are going to develop and be the future NHL stars. So it's really exciting for people to be able to go and see those kids develop and then see them all of a sudden step up to the NHL and say, yeah, I saw him when he first started down there. He's really come a long way and a great kid. So it's exciting to be a part of this for sure.
Is there a specific game plan as of right now of what you want this team to do once they're here later this year?
Yeah, so it's a combination of a couple things. Certainly this is going to be our sort of breeding ground for our players. But we're also going to go out and sign guys that are free agents and stuff and try and bring them in and develop them. And then you also try and get some established guys. So one, they're working with your young guys. They're helping your team be successful here in this market and teaching your young guys how to win. But they're also there in case you have injuries and stuff up top and you need to call somebody up, they can come up and give you games. So a lot of different things to factor into building this team, but we're excited to be in this market for sure.
The team's not even here yet, but I think we have over 3,000 season ticket holders already. People are so excited to support this team. And you have some new Seattle Kraken fans. I have not had the pleasure of going to Seattle yet, but you guys seem to be filling the stadium pretty well, and the fan base is starting out pretty strong.
The fans have been absolutely incredible in Seattle. I think Alaska Airlines now has 17 flights between Seattle and Palm Springs here. So, hopefully it's something that our fans will take advantage coming down here and see the young kids playing. And maybe it's something that the fans here in Coachella Valley can take advantage flying up to see the big team as well. So really excited to have this partnership up and off the ground here next season.
It's going to be so fun to have a pro hockey team here, and I cannot wait to cheer on our Coachella Valley Firebirds.